Good evening, friends, fellows, channel members. How are you all doing? Happy Tuesday. Yeah, it is Tuesday. I had to think for a moment then. Oh, a nice evening flight lined up for us today, and Tuesdays on VATSIM over Europe just seems alive. So hopefully we should have quite a bit of air traffic control this evening, helping us on our way between Prague and Copenhagen. We like Copenhagen. Copenhagen, of course, one of our favourite airports to land at, and occasionally you get the visual approach as well, which is nice to do. And given the fact that we will be approaching from the south today and probably making left traffic, then it's perhaps something that, if given the option, we'd be able to do, because in the simulator, obviously a lot easier from the captain's point of view just to quickly have a look left than it is to try and crane your neck and your viewpoint over to the right. So if that is an option today, that'll be good fun. So here we are in Prague. As usual, the operational flight plan is pinned into the chat if you're watching on YouTube, and a shout out to our Twitch viewers as well. So good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming on board with us tonight. Hey Beluga, hey Leon, Lazarus Elliott, Wally, good afternoon to you. Legend Dark Fury here as well. DC Gert and Jensen UK, hope you are well too. Dr. Magic, Lemon Wolf, Dan Vosa, Brian as well. Thank you so much, guys. Looking forward to spending the next couple of hours with you this evening as we hopefully get our virtual passengers safely up to Copenhagen with lots of air traffic control en route as well. Right, well, before we go any further, I think we've even got pre-departure clearance available here as well, so why don't we hop on board and we will utilise that for a change. It's not something we get to do too often, so we might as well go and do that. Let me just check that. Yeah, okay, so that's fine. Aircraft's in its turnaround state. That's what we want for the start of the flight. We are planned to push back in, well, according to the schedule, I think it's about 45 minutes. Obviously, it would be nice if we could beat that. Hey Andrew, hey Joseph, thanks for coming in, guys. Hope you are both well. Yeah, so if we can beat the departure time, that would be lovely. 1 hour and 12 minutes then is the flight time today. I've just realised I've not even got my checklist out. Where's that gone? Don't need it just yet anyway. Okay, whatever. Right, aircraft in its turnaround state as per usual. You'll be familiar with this if you're familiar with the channel, so we just want to chat. I'm going to turn those off. Normally it would be SOPs to leave those to auto, but I'm turning those off because on VATSIM, if you sat there with the strobes on auto, for some reason it has them flashing, which isn't correct to other users, is it? So we'll have those turned off for now. Oh wow, what a way to start the stream. Dark Fury, the legend, celebrating 25 months of training captain level membership. That is awesome. Says thanks for the great community. Carry on camping and flying. This from a Boeing 737 lover as well. Ah, legend indeed, Dark. Thank you so much. I do like that new username you're using, the Legend Dark Fury. Absolute legend status of the channel. Over 2 years now of channel support. That is incredible. Thank you so much, Dark. So yeah, just the after power flows, turnaround flows, whatever you want to call them. So we've got the nav logo lights on. Check the acupressure is in the green, which it is. Flaps are up, spoilers are disarmed, and the parking brake is on. Matt P and Mike coming into the flight tonight as well. Hey guys, hope you're both well. Captain Matt Russell, I hope you're well as well. And Brian Dyer celebrating 22 months of membership, not that far behind Dark Fury. Brian, absolutely right. So thank you, both of you. I mean, what an incredible amount of time to support the channel. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate that. And yeah, training captain level member as well, Brian. Thank you so much, mate. Lewis Aviation, good afternoon. Right, let's just continue then with the setup. So yeah, what I'm going to do to begin with is, well, let's make use of the pre-departure clearance. Then we can get that going. We'll set everything up in a minute, but before we do that, of course, we need to just grab the ATIS, which is 12215. Let me just grab a pen, scribble this down.
No SIG 4 startup and ATC clearance. Contact Rusign Tower 134.550. You have received VATS information, Oscar.
Let's listen to all of it, shall we?
Good evening, Rusign. VATS information, Oscar. ILS 1830 approach. Runway and use 24. Transition level 60 meter Praha issued at 1830. Wind 290 degrees 6 knots. Visibility. Cav OK. Temperature 0 dew point -4 QNH 1024 hectopascals. No SIG 4 startup and ATC clearance. Contact Rusign Tower 134.550. You have received VATS information, Oscar.
Cool, that's all we need. So, let's quickly just set everything up now. We've got that. So 1024 is the QNH. VHF2 should be on the guard frequency. It's not. Whoever flies this aircraft after me always fiddles with these. 1215. There we go. Pop that out. Yeah, that's fine. Switching panel's fine. Thrust levers, engine mode, master selector, they're all fine. I should probably turn this one up as well, shouldn't we? There we go. 1024, got the constraints on, and the initial climb out of Prague is 5,000. So, now I've got all that. If we go to the ATSU and then the AOC menu, ATC request, so pre-departure clearance. We are gate number 27. We've got information Oscar, and the station is Lima Kilo Papa Romeo. Right, let's send that off. See if that comes back through for us. Alright, well, that's all well and good. Whilst I'm waiting for that to come through, let's have a butchers at the operational flight plan then, shall we? So, what we got? 12.3 tons of payload, cost index of 4. Ignore the cruise flight level as well, by the way. For some reason, the initial climb on there is listed as 8,000 feet. We are going to be cruising a lot higher than that, of course, but I think we're going up to 38,000 feet tonight. Headwind of 44, that's annoying, but never mind. So expecting runway 24 here and 22 left in Copenhagen. That's the norm. 5.5 tons plug fuel. Scroll through then. The other thing, of course, we want to check out the weather. There's no terrain to worry about during our flight between Prague and Copenhagen today. Yeah, lots of flight information regions to get through. There's going to be lots of ATC if they're all online in Germany tonight. Right, so that's the current weather. We've got all the 9s for both Prague and Copenhagen. The cloud base at our alternate looks a little low. It's 800 feet. It's okay. Other alternates though, Berlin and Hamburg, both of those are absolutely fine. Everything there's Cat 1, so that's all okay. Let's check out the actual weather brief then. So what we got in Castrop at the moment: winds 2702. Ooh, nice light winds. When was the last time we went to Copenhagen and had light winds? That's not normal, is it? Overcast 5,500 feet. It's 4 degrees with no significant changes. Wind potentially just getting a little bit stronger, 21013 knots, but again that's mostly a nice runway heading for us. And it's going to rain in the early hours of tomorrow, but that's not going to concern us. Just looking at the alternate weathers, they all look fine as well. Berlin's Cav OK, Hamburg also Cav OK. So yeah, nice night over Europe. Definitely better than what we've got here in the UK at the moment. The UK is awful. Been a horrible day. Quick look at the at the route. That's our flight route then. And let's have a look at the Sigma. So there's the jet stream pushing us all the way back, but it looks like we're actually flying between any pockets of nasty weather, so that's alright. In fact, you can just see over there on the left hand side of the screen some of the bad weather that's I think set over the UK at the moment, so another reason not to fly in the UK tonight. Yeah, okay, all that looks good. 5.5 tons of fuel. It's quite busy on VATSIM tonight. Well, let's go with 6 tons. We'll tell the boys that's what we want to get loaded. Overall, so that's going to be about 0.6 tons of fuel extra. Overall, right, well, we might as well start getting passengers boarded then, hadn't we? Now that's done, then we'll go through set up the box whilst we do that. So, let's tell GSX.
Cabin crew, refueling is underway and the bags are starting to get loaded, so let's open the doors and allow our passengers on board. Thank you.
Could probably turn the brightness of some of these screens down a little bit. Alright, so data IRS 3.5 greens, aircraft status, that's correct, air recitals fine, and init A. So the flight number today, not a real world flight this one, we've kind of made this one up. So it is Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Costing us 4 as usual. Oh, there's our clearance. When ready, call. Okay, and let's go to the next page. Okay, roger. And send. Cancel that alarm. I've seen the message. So, I'll clear that off in a moment. Let's just continue with the box setup. Ground temperature 2 degrees, that's cold. And the tropo tonight, according to the flight plan, is... Let's have a look. 34,744. Grab the winds. Alex, how do I record on announcement? Just you can record anything, can't you? Into Windows. A voice recorder. IRS in it. Let's check the positioning. So we are stand 27 tonight. Where are you? Where are you? Here we go. 5063 north, 5063 north, and 1416 0 east. Perfect. Okay, that's fine. And as I said earlier, we're cruising today, flight level 380. Clear the scratch pad. So, departing off runway 24, Fenix 5 Alpha. Where are you? There it is. And then that will be expecting runway 22 left in Copenhagen. Monarch 3 Charlie is what we've got on the flight plan.
I'm right next to you. Thank you.
And Novia. So we've got a distance of 396. What have we got on the flight plan? 391, so 5 miles difference. That's fine. Ground deliver on Twitch. I've got no tutorials for the Mad Dog. Never flown that aircraft, I'm afraid. So can't help you with that one, sadly. And Lemon Wolf's over on Twitch as well. Hey guy, hey mate, how you doing? Thank you, thank you for being on both platforms. Right, that's that done. Let's see what else. Radnov page here in Prague. Have we got? Is it OKL? I forget what the VOR is here. It's not going to be shown on the departure chart. It'll be shown on the arrival chart. Yeah, there you go. There's Prague VOR. OKL. So pop that in. And to our init B page, have we got the preliminary load sheet? Let's have a look. That's the pre-departure clearance. We've not got the preliminary load sheet yet. Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, well, we'll have to base it off the information we've got on the operational flight plan then, won't we? So, 1 second. Let's bring that back up. Where's he gone? Here we go. So, planning a zero fuel weight then a 56.3. And we haven't got the load sheet yet, so we'll just pop in 30. The fuel for our alternate is 1.3 tons, and we'll do the fuel planning then. So we're going to tell the guys to load 6 tons. What's the aircraft one? Christopher Shaw says you have to be mad to fly the Mad Dog. Proper old school aircraft. 5.5 tons, we're going to be going with 6, so that gives us a takeoff weight of 62.1. Below max landing weight, fantastic. Blue Ground PC is also on Twitch. Thank you for dropping a follow on there as well, mate. In fact, that follow I think has just popped us into 2,600 followers over on Twitch, so that's amazing. Thank you so much. That's done. Let's go to our performance page then. We can't actually do our performance calculations just yet, but we can just check a few things whilst we're waiting for the preliminary load sheet to come through. So transition altitude here is 5,000 feet. Let's grab SimSmart, and that can give us the thrust reduction acceleration values, which is 2658, 2658 and 2158. So we'll just update that now. And engine out acceleration value, that was fine. I will be doing flaps 1 today, so I can pop that in for the moment. KW Airlines, no, this isn't the fly-by-wire. Obviously, this is the Fenix. So for the Fenix, when you're using the Fenix, you're going to use the Fenix Takeoff Performance Calculator, which I will use in a minute, but we need the preliminary load sheet before we can do that. So this is SimSmart, which is an A320 Neo performance calculator. So yeah, it works absolutely brilliantly with the fly-by-wire A320 because that's a Neo, and that will give you all of your performance calculations and stuff like that. But for the Fenix aircraft, the CEO option, engine option, then I just use this because you get the thrust reduction acceleration values, engine out acceleration values, and the engine out procedure, which is what we're going to pop into the secondary flight plan in a moment. So the engine out procedure, what is it here? Standard, so 2,800 feet, right turn to raise you and then back in. So let's pop that in. Secondary flight plan, copy the active. We need to create a waypoint which we'll call E-out SID, which we'll pop in just here. We'll base that off the runway we're departing from, so Lima Kilo Papa Romeo runway 24. The departure runway track for runway 24 is 240, and we'll place that 15 miles away. Oh, not 155 miles away. 15 miles away from the airport. Store that waypoint. We can now use it. So we'll go back to our secondary flight plan. Engine out, standard instrument departure. So I'll pop that in there. And then we're going where erase you, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah. And then we're going to enter the hold at erase you if we need to. So that's ERASU. Enter the hold, and the inbound course is 061, and that is left turns for the hold. If we have lost an engine, of course, we'll not be continuing on to Copenhagen, but rather we'll be coming back to LKPR. So pop that in there as our new destination, and we'll be arriving runway 24. No start, but I think Eresu is one of the VIAs, isn't it? Yes, so that should mean that all matches up quite nicely. Let's check that on the navigation display. So there it is, departure straight out to the engine out SID, right hand turn, back to Erasure, enter the hold, and then we've got the approach already keyed in if we need it. Fantastic. Beluga on PC, mate, thank you so much for your 2 months of channel membership. So thank you for all that great streams. Beluga, you are more than welcome. Matt Arcade on Twitch, hi mate, good evening to you. Hey Zara2411 and Klaus, hello. Have a nice flight. We'll wait in Copenhagen with a cold beer. Your hometown. Oh, fantastic. Well, I hope the weather's nice. It is tipped to be nice. Right, preliminary load sheet looks like it's just come through. So let's have a look at that. We can go to the performance page, then we'll sort that in a minute. So we'll just accept that we've got that. So our zero fuel weight is going to be 56.3. And what's our CFG going to be? CFG is 29.5. Alright, let's bring up the performance calculator then and get our V-speeds for departure. So for those asking how you get the V-speeds in the Fenix, this is the app that you use, which is part of the Fenix, so it's not an external app or anything like that. So what are we? We're runway 24, it's dry, we're going to go flaps 1. No need to force toggle, anti-ice off, packs off, that takeoff weight is 62.1 and the CFG is planned to be 29.5. We'll just sync the live weather up. Now, I think there's a chance we can take an intersection departure here. We can take Bravo, yeah, so that just means that we have a shorter taxi, so we'll get Bravo figures. We'll have to go the full length then. There we go, so we've got 130, 135, 135, so pop them in. And that's a flex departure of 66. And just confirm again, we're doing flaps 1. Hey Manic Miner, good evening sir, welcome on board, hope you are well. Right, that is it, that is all the box stuff done. What I will do now is we'll just tell the ground crew what fuel it was that we wanted to load. So we're taking a bit of extra fuel as always, we're taking 6 tons. Load the aircraft instantly, that's all done, and I think that's it. Passengers are all boarded as well. Wonderful. Right. Refueling's complete.
All the passengers are on board and we're ready to go. I'll bring you a cup of tea after we've taken off.
Great stuff, thank you very much.
A cup of tea sounds lovely. Yeah, if refueling's done, then we can get the pumps on, I'll get the seatbelt signs on, leave the external power connector because I've not even started the APU just yet. Let's just now go through, that's done, 5,000 feet squawk, 1422, let's get the squawk in. When ready, call 13455. We'll give them a call in a moment. Excellent. All done. Right, well, let's do our departure brief then before we get the APU started and we get ready to go. So, the weather here in Prague, no cause for concern. We've got light winds 290 at 6, so a slight crosswind from the right as we depart, but not very much. Dry runway, we've got the just got a headwind pushing us all the way down, but we're actually flying up through a nice corridor of nasty weather either side of us, so should be a smooth, pleasant flight on the way there. And we've also got calm winds expected in Copenhagen when we get there as well. We're overcast to about 5,600 feet when we're there, so it means we should be nice and visual once we drop below that, so the visual approach might be on the cards this evening for runway 22 left when we get to Copenhagen, if ATC are there to offer it to us. Aircraft type A320, full serviceable with the exception of the weather radar. Nothing else is broke. I'm just going to check actually. Have we got random failures set to... yeah, we have there on. That's fine. Just... you want the chance for a bit of excitement, don't you, this evening? So yeah, that's all fine. Nothing's broken. No terms for our departure today. Threats to be aware of here in Prague, very, very little. Prague's a nice, safe airport. It's very, very flat, no terrain around it or anything daft like that. Biggest threat really is it's a little bit of a maze of taxiways just down here, so just got to be careful. You can get lost if we're not if we're rushing or you're not too familiar with it. But we'll brief how we're going to taxi or expect to taxi in a moment. But other than that, yeah, there's not really anything to worry about with regards to threats and that in Prague. The highest point of terrain is right over here, which is actually, we'll see out of the left-hand window if you start on the left-hand side, 1,755 feet just there. But by this point, we should be quite a few thousand feet above that, so don't need to worry about that at all. So we are. Let's go through the box and that. So taxi. I said we'd just have a quick look at that. We're parked stand 27. So we push back facing northwest on Foxtrot. Then expect Hotel 1 hotel, and we'll tell them we can take Bravo. So we have planned for a Bravo intersection departure. On the departure, then we've got the Fenix 5 Alpha in the box. Runway 24 via Bravo. We'll also not be doing single engine. We will be doing single engine. No, we won't. We won't be doing single engine taxi. It's not that long a taxi, so no single engine taxi. We'll just get both engines started as we go. Yeah, runway 24, and then it is the Fenix 5 Alpha departure, which is nice and straightforward. Noise abatement 2, initial climb is 5,000 feet. First turn will be over to the right, and transition altitude is also 5,000 feet. No speed restrictions. Again, just going through the box. Flight plan, we've got all that programmed in. RadNav page, we've got the Prague VOR hard tuned. Flight level 380 is the planned, however the optimum is 3.6. We can take 3.8, but if we're held back by ATC for a little while, that's no great harm. That's absolutely fine. We'll work in our benefit, actually. Confirm those V-speeds then, 130, 135, 135. Clean is 210. We're going flaps 1 for the departure, and we're flexing 66. Expecting to land with about 3 tons of fuel on board, and the secondary flight plan is the engine out procedure, which, just to brief that, if we do lose an engine after V1, then we will get the aircraft into the air. I can pull the Hindenburg, we'll continue straight out. Once we've secured the engine, we can push our accelerator away, and then 2,800 feet we can make a right hand turn to the Rezu holding point, where we'll get up nice and safe, 4,000 feet, enter the hold, then come back into Prague. And that'll be a very short stream, but quite exciting. So yeah, I think that's everything done. Let's get the APU started, and we can get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, may I welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft for your flight today. The ground crew and the fueling crew have all finished, and we're just about finished with all our cockpit preparation up here. The cabin crew are making their final checks as they work through the cabin, so if you could please get yourselves sat down comfortably with your seatbelts securely fastened, and give them their full attention as they begin their safety briefing. A big welcome on board today to our Easyjet Sim Pilot members, who of course are welcome to free complimentary drinks throughout the flight. Once we reach our cruising altitude, our cabin service will commence, and the cabin crew will be able to provide you with drinks, snacks, and merchandise throughout the duration of the flight. Once again, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with Easyjet today. We'll have an update for you when we are airborne.
Okay, APU's just starting, just waiting for that, then we can get rid of the ground vehicles and things. There we go.
Cabin crew, we're about ready to push back, so if you can please hold the door there and cross-check, thank you.
So, external power's turned off, tell the ground crew we can disconnect the chocks, cones and GPU, and we'll get the ground crew into position. Before we do that then, let's run the cockpit preparation checklist. So, aircraft acceptance has been completed, fuel quantity is 6,000 kilograms, and that's all balanced. Seatbelt signs are on, it is, we've got 3.5 green, and the QNH is 1024, set and cross-checked. Okay, ground crew, do your thing. Ice treatment? Absolutely not.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Right, final load sheet has also just come through, so we'll just check that takeoff weight at 62.1. That's what we planned for, and the CFG is 29.3. We planned 29.5, so that's within 2%.
Hello,
No
Captain.
LMCs.
We are ready for pushback.
Uh, 121.9. The ground frequency is now online, so let's tune them instead.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Prague ground, good evening. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike is ready for push and start, and we have pre-departure clearance.
Alpha 34 Alpha Mike, hello, this is ground, stand by for shortly.
Stand by for push, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
And this is EC63 Mike, requesting for push and start, please.
This is 63 Mike, start up and pushback approved.
Pushback is approved, is that correct for the EC63 Mike?
Say again.
Stand by.
Runner 136, remain ground.
Kyoto, how did I get clearance to show up in the window above the McDo? So,
Runner 136.
yeah, so I just used pre-departure
ground.
clearance. If you want to wind back to the start of the stream, you'll see how we did that.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, able for straight pushback?
Affirm, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, straight pushback approved and startup approved.
Straight pushback and startup approved, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, thank you.
And EC632, no, EC63, already got start clearance and question for push and start, please.
This is 63 Mike, I gave you...
Okay, before start checklist, so parking brake is on, takeoff status confirmed, windows are closed, EFP and phones in flight mode, doors closed and armed, and the beacon light is on. So we'll continue the pushback, and we don't want the ice treatment.
Due to icing conditions,
Straight
please
push.
stand by until push is completed and brakes are set.
The unexcited would be if we did a max failure. I'm not that daft. I'm not even sure you can do that on the Phoenix. I suppose you could just keep pressing the random failure button and see what happened next. C. Denton, good morning, sir. How are you doing? Hope you're well.
Release parking brakes.
And parking brakes released.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by until push is completed and brakes are set.
Icing conditions. It's 2 degrees and there's no moisture. Anyway, noticeable steering is disconnected, so I'm going to disobey GSX and we're going to get the engine started. So engine mode selected to ignition and starting engine 1. So we are going for a straight push, which I may have to tell GSX just to hold your horses. And stop there.
Set parking brakes.
Oh, who wanted a failure?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Parking brake.
for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft.
Unlocking gear.
Oh, it's not a failure, it's just an idiot pilot.
Oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace.
Nothing to see here.
There are
Try
2
again.
emergency
Engine 1 select
exits at the rear,
ignition starting engine
4 in the
1.
middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times.
Tow truck disconnected.
If the air supply
Bypass
fails,
pin
masks
removed.
will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards
Left
you
is
to
clear.
start the oxygen.
Right is clear.
Put the mask
Hey,
over
Scotty.
your nose and mouth.
Yeah, like that never happens
Hold
in real
place with
life.
the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up,
Engine 1's
blow
happy, starting
into
engine
tube.
2.
There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
No other traffic either side of us tonight. Oh, we've got a Swiss Air over there. Oh, well, actually, we do have an Easyjet company traffic there as well. But the skies are indeed looking clear, so that's good. Just waiting for engine number 2 to right itself. Hey, the Trisu on Twitch. Good evening, sir. Hope you are well. Right, there we go. That's all done. So, spoilers, rudder, flaps 1, set the trim. And the after-start checklist. So anti-ice is off, ecam status is checked, pitch trims 29.9, rudder is neutral. Ground Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike's ready for taxi, and we can depart via intersection Bravo.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, taxi to holding point, runway 24 intersection Bravo via Foxtrot Lima Golf Bravo.
Foxtrot Lima Golf Bravo to holding point Bravo, runway 24, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Right, where? Foxtrot Lima Golf. Okay, so slightly longer. Fox Lima Golf Bravo. Alright, we know where we're going.
Nautic 3585, hello, running ground 324.
I'm not going to turn the tax lights on just yet because we're still facing the terminal. I don't want to blind everybody. So, let's let's go.
Ready to copy claims destination Copenhagen this evening. Nordic 3885.
Look at this is Orbex,
Quebec, now current
Prague.
GNH 1023, clear to Copenhagen, Venox 5 Alpha departure, climb Peninsula, altitude 5,000 feet, squawk 1425.
Information Quebec GNH 1023, Fenix A320 Alpha departure route.
So just flight control check then whilst moving nice and slowly. So I got full right,
Nordic 3585,
full
is that
left,
correct?
neutral,
And this is EC632.
Full up,
Crossing
full
intersection
down,
departure
neutral,
Bravo
and
Chief. Requesting
rudder,
taxi, please.
full right, rudder, full left.
This is 63 Mike,
Neutral.
taxi to holding point, runway 24 via Foxtrot Lima Golf Bravo.
Foxtrot Lima Golf and Bravo for EC63 Mike.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, squawk on.
Ah, we need to turn it on. I should be squawking now for you, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Right, so quick pets check. No change to our performance figures. We've got dry runway intersection Bravo in flex departure, flaps 1. No LMCs that have changed anything. The engine out procedure is standard for our departure today. Straight out, and then once we're past 2,800 feet, right hand turn to the Erasure holding point. Departure is the Fenix 5 Alpha. Straight out, no speed constraints, and first turn will be to the right. The initial climb is 5,000 feet. Hey LA kids, how you doing, sir? Hope you are well. Ambitious Pilot is planning an update to the pushback, the toolbar pushback. That'd be interesting to see. Let's get the. We'll set some romantic mood lighting in a minute. Whoa, where are you going? Oh, clearly Sim Update 12 didn't fix that bug, did it? Curti, do I have an overlay for the cockpit? It seems to be... No. All default. William, I will not be doing Cross the Pond. It always takes place on a weekend, so for me that's a non-starter, unfortunately. Weekend streams are incredibly rare.
Alpine 63 Mike, contact President Tower 134.550, goodbye.
134.550 for EC63 Mike, very much.
Okay, right on Lima. And then we want Golf in a moment. Once we're on Golf, we'll do the taxi checklist. So the taxi checklist and flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1, FMA is climbing up blue, 1FT2, 5000 blue. We've got a flex of 66. Radar and predictive wind shear is on. ECAM memo is takeoff, no blue, and EFB is stowed. Disconnected as well. Get rid of yours. Get the cabin crew in their seats. That was a bit of a bump in the taxiway, wasn't it? Michael, is delivery available to download? It certainly is. It's available in our Discord VIP section for the channel members. William, yeah, he has been he has been working quite a bit. And don't let him tell you he's never tried to start the engines without putting the bleed on.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, contact President Tower 134.550, goodbye.
Over to Tower 13455, thanks for the service, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, good night.
Uh, 63 Mike.
Tower Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike's on frequency.
1 na čara 9 nahoj.
1 na čara 9, čau.
Tower Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike's on Bravo.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, Rosie Tower, hello. Easy 63 Mike, runway 24, cleared for takeoff, wind 260 degrees 3 knots.
Clear for takeoff for EC63 Mike.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, behind departing company A320, line up runway 24 and wait behind.
Behind departing company A320, line up runway 24 and wait behind. Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. William, I sound tired. Yeah, I'm probably still getting over whatever it was I had last week, to be honest. Well, I know what it was last week. It was a man flu beginning with C. Right, he's on his way. Let's get ourselves lined up. And the lineup checklist then. So cabin is secure, takeoff runways, runway 24 via Bravo, TCAS TA, RA, and the packs are off.
And EC63 Mike is passing 2,300.
Easy 63 Mike, contact Praha radar 127.575, ahoy. Easy 63 Mike, contact Praha radar 127.575, bye.
Contact President radar 127.757 for EC63 Mike.
Negative 127.575.
127.575, sorry about that for EC63 Mike.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, runway 24, cleared for takeoff, wind 3260 degrees 3 knots.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 24, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Alright, take off, start the chrono, engine 2 is critical, and set 50% N1, away we go. Engine stable, set takeoff thrust. Hit that like button guys as we roll down the runway. Thank you so much to everyone who's already gone and done that. Manflex SRS runway. Checked. Nice long runway at Prague. V1, rotate. Nav.
Positive ring for gear up.
Gear up.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, contact Praha radar 127.575, bye.
Prague radar 127.575, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, good night. Autopilot 1 engaged. And thrust climb. Prague radar, good evening, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, passing 3,000 feet for 5,000 feet, Venox 5 Alpha.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, Praha radar, identified, hello, climb flight level 120.
Climb now flight level 120, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Open climb 120 blue. Hey Subsonic, good evening. Jason, good evening to you as well. Are airlines still applying the COVID-related ops like APU on before the passengers board? Is that now over? Well, for the standard operating procedures I'm following here on this channel, they are now over, yeah, so it's gone back to pre-COVID. But obviously all airlines are different. I don't know what other airlines are doing. Right, we're past their speed, so let's clean up. Flap 0, spoilers disarmed. Just ding the cabin crew. They've got plenty of drink on board for you guys this evening. Hey Paul, when putting mods into the community folder, do I ever get any issues? Yours won't let you do it. I don't have any issues, Paul. What kind of issues do you have? Maybe someone in chat able to help you.
Contact Prague radar, frequency 118.37. Goodbye.
Try and contact 118.35 for you. For EG63 Mike.
Confirm 118.375.
Get that on our standby.
118.375. Sorry about that for EG63 Mike.
If anyone wants a nice straightforward flight, if there is such a thing, then landing at Prague is just beautiful. William, does anyone think GSX is too buggy? It certainly does have its moments. Yeah, I agree with C. Denton on that. Bounty, how did I know which stand to spawn in at?
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, climb to flight level 160. Proceed direct to Takeoff. Delta Echo, Kilo, Oscar Victor.
Continue climb flight level 160 and direct Takeoff for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. 160 blue.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on.
Takeoff.
We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are
sorry,
seated.
Bound, got interrupted there, didn't we?
So, remember, that smoking is not
I guess it's just a bit
permitted
of
at any
familiarity with
This
where
includes
different
seating
airlines
racks.
park at different airports. Do you know what? I'm going to have to pop some lights on because I can't see a thing. Right, so we're past 10,000 feet, so just do normal checks there. The lights are off. 380, yes, so that is going to be okay for us. We can clear the RadNav page out. We're going to leave the secondary flight plan in for the moment. We will zero the cost index. And yeah, that will do for the moment. David, yesterday you got a pushback from an invisible tractor. Yeah, that does happen as well. Jordan says, good evening, all new to Microsoft Flight Simulator, so the more tips you can pick up on these streams, the better. Jordan, that's awesome, mate. How are you finding it? I'm trying to think back to when I first started flight simming and all that stuff, but I would imagine it must be so overwhelming.
34 Alpha Mike, contact Prague radar, frequency 118.375. Goodbye.
Prague radar 118.375. Thanks for the service, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Good night.
Flight level 290, Lufthansa 122.
Prague radar, good evening, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, passing flight level 140 for flight level 160, direct Takeoff.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, hello, Prague radar identified, climb to flight level 240.
Continue climb flight level 240, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
EC63 Mike, contact
240. I knew someone was going to ask me this question. Why put the cost index back to 0? Yeah, Martin and Thomas. So,
EC63 Mike.
the simple answer is standard operating procedure. The technical answer is, in theory, it would lower your speed, which, if you lower your speed, the aircraft has to pitch up to lower the speed. If it pitches up, it climbs a little bit quicker, gets you up to your cruising altitude a bit quicker. So it saves the pennies, basically. That's what. Why do airlines do anything? It's save money. Right, everything's nice and smooth, so I think we can get rid of the seatbelts, can't we? The toilets are now open.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin. We do recommend, however, when in your seat, that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence.
And a big thank you to everyone who's hit the like button on the stream so far. Iconic Cloth on Twitch, about to start your descent into Berlin. Ooh, lots of traffic there in Berlin, I reckon tonight, always on a Tuesday, so good luck. Subsonic just started flight from Split to Zurich, nice.
133.225, bye-bye. Radar 133.225, danke schön an die Lufthansa runtergetönt.
Jordan, yeah, everyone has to start somewhere, don't they? And to be fair, the fly-by-wire A320 is an awesome place to start. If you are looking for any extra help with that, there is a full flight series tutorial on the fly-by-wire A320 on the channel. It was done a while ago now, so some of the operating procedures may have changed with regards to importing flight plans, and that in terms of actually flying the aircraft and the way to think about things, then obviously that hasn't changed. That is exactly the same. So worth checking out if ever you're stuck. Ionic Cloth says he's flying offline at the moment. Simulator seems to work better offline. That is completely understandable, because obviously your aircraft isn't trying to inject a lot of online traffic, isn't it? So that makes sense. And the legend continues to be a legend.
Thank you, goodbye.
Dark Fury gifting a EasyJet SimPilot channel membership, with the gift going to Paul Halford. Paul Halford, welcome to the channel. Big shout out to Legend Dark Fury as always, with a gifted membership. Thank you, Dark. Amazing stuff, my friend. Oh, look at that wind slowing me down. Bug says, for me the power gets cut. The entire aircraft goes black when adding thrust after taxi. Yeah, the engines are on problem. Which Airbus, Bugs? Which one? Chef, what's going to be my next real life flight? Oh, I couldn't possibly tell you that. Speed Alt Star. We've not been given a higher climb, have we? Bug's not quite sure why that's happening then in the Phoenix. Is the external app running in the background? And centre Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, can we get further climb?
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, request further climb at Minifin 133.225, thank you, bye bye.
And just confirm 13322, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. That frequency 133.225 for Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike.
A from correct.
Thank you, good night. Don't think we missed a handoff. Anyway.
Jet 785 descending 4000 feet, GNH 1023.
Ryanair 87, Question 897 Romeo, SimPal 01 der Stelle sehr schlecht, Contact now Praha 118.375.
Ryanair 997 Romeo, ich bin raus hier mit Flieger, der regt mich auf, ich bin raus, ciao.
Alles klar. Übrigens 226, proceed direct Maren.
Direct Maren, übrigens 226.
Mission A, hello with the 5 to Charlie Juliet 7350.
With the 5 to Charlie Juliet, hello, you're identified.
And radar, good evening, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, flight level 240, direct takeoff.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, identified, hello. And Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, climb flight level 310.
Climb flight level 310, Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. There we go.
158, report requested level.
And thrust climb, open climb, 310. Arjan, not sure if... oh right, so difference between the Neo and the CO? No, not really. There are some minor differences with regards to technicalities and things, but not really. To all intents and purposes, they're pretty much the same.
18375, übrigens 226, danke, Josh und Abend.
Ebenso, danke. Question Easy6, Tree Mike, direct to Monac.
Tom says it's great to hear his German friends. You're going to hear a lot of them on this stream, I think, tonight. Smith, would you still need runway lights? In the daytime? In the daytime, no, but in the nighttime, yes.
United 785.
And obviously, if it's a bit
right,
murky and the
170.
visibility is rubbish, they do
United
help.
785 heading 170.
Lufthansa 1258 direct to Bamki.
James, just doing a flight from Split to Manchester. How long is that? It's about 2 hours, is it? 2.5 hours?
Thank you. The Yellowtail 453 cleared for takeoff 26 left, wind 150 degrees 4 knots.
Clear for takeoff, Yellowtail 453.
Is 6 trim Mike negative, Monarch last waypoint.
Roger.
Cannon 13570, descent flight level 170.
Is it 170, Cannon 1357?
Wouldn't it be amazing if we got full air traffic control all the way between Prague and Copenhagen this evening? It is a possibility.
München radar, good day. Ocean 3 Alpha Charlie heavy on flight level 320 directing Naros.
Ocean 3 Alpha Charlie, hello, identified.
When it's weather like this, you always start to think,
Quebec, direct V mode.
is live weather actually working? Dear Chief, can I recommend if the Phoenix, if I want to learn more about the A320 than the fly-by-wire currently provides? I'd say the fly-by-wire is the perfect way to introduce yourself to the A320 and its systems and how it works. If you want to take it to the next level, then the Phoenix is definitely the way to go. If you like the fly-by-wire, you will love the Phoenix.
Alpine 43, question Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, proceed direct Monarch.
Direct Monarch for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
United 785, turn right heading 290, clear the rest 26 right.
United 785 heading 290, clear the ALS, runway 26
That's
right.
a long way away.
Lufthansa 1312, descent flight level 200.
So see, that's something that I'm not sure the
1,500
fly-by-wire does, but obviously the Phoenix does. So you can have the beam points in there, which is great because we've just got a direct 243 miles. Yeah, 243 mile direct. So we want all the beam waypoints in so that we can do a fuel check in a little bit.
United 785, descent 3,000 feet to intercept.
United 785 descending 3,000 feet.
Easy 6 trim I contact Bremen radar 136.450.
Hey Croons, thank you for the follow, and Pete Gaming as well.
Yellowtail 453, identified, report passing level.
Passing flight level 03 to 453.
Your transgression near Yellowtail 453, climb via satellite level 190.
So we're going to be kept at flight level 310 or not, let's find out. Can't see any crossing traffic in front of us, but
Lufthansa 1312, normal rate of descent.
we'll see what ATC wants to do. Mac Alt Star.
Good evening, Alpine 59 Lima Golf with you, climbing through flight level 255 for 260.
Call you back, Turkish 3 Alpha Quebec, contact Bremen, question München 133.6.
Let's clear out the secondary flight plan now as well, copy the active. If something goes bang now, we're not going back into the hold near Prague, are we?
Turkish 3 Alpha Quebec, contact München 133.6.
133.6,
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, climb flight level 380.
Climb now flight level 380, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. That's what we wanted.
Alpine 59 Lima Golf, you identified, report requested level.
Test climb, open climb. Time to get a cup of tea out. Tray tables open. Throw the sandwiches on there.
Level is 360.
Alpine 59 Lima Golf, roger, climb flight level 360.
After flight level 360, Alpine 59 Lima Golf.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or
Yellowtail 453, proceed direct Tabat.
Exchange would be greatly appreciated. And if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
KLM 1357, contact Praha 118.375.
Can you repeat the frequency?
Yes, that's another thing. The Phoenix is
118.375.
definitely more demanding than the fly-by-wire
Bye-bye.
with regards to frame rates.
United 785.
But maybe the next Phoenix update will help with that. I know they're doing a lot of work on optimization.
785, clear to land runway 26 right.
William says a whiskey. You can use your Easyjet points, I think, to purchase a whiskey, William. Sure you can.
Edelweiss 280, hello, you identify direct Kilo Lima Foxtrot.
Direct Kilo Lima Foxtrot, Edelweiss 280.
So our flight time today is about 1 hour 15 minutes.
Lufthansa 1312, contact
So about an hour or so from now we should be on the ground, which would be good.
Bremen 136450, schönen Abend, wünsche ich dir, ciao.
Smithwood, can I do a fuel check? I won't do that until we've reached top of climb. Hey headlines, thanks for being here. The cabin announcements come from a little app called Self-Loading Cargo. Which is at best now abandonware. It's not been updated for years, despite developer promises. Which is a shame, because I think, you know, it could have been an amazing tool. And I think it did show screenshots, didn't it, of version 2, but just never got any further, sadly.
Yes, we are there. Just chasing the LNW.
Thank you.
John says in his Phoenix he's getting 15 FPS. What? You're getting 15 FPS? Well, there's 15 FPS difference between the Phoenix and the fly-by-wire. Because 15 FPS does sound like a really poor deal. I had better than that with my old 1660. 13645 Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Good night.
Bye.
Lufthansa 1312, descend flight level 120.
Descend flight level 120, Lufthansa, warte bitte.
Bremen radar and Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike with you, passing flight level 350 for flight level 380, direct Monarch.
Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike, hello Bremen, identified.
Bremen radar, hello with the 5 stage, I'll leave the flight level 350, Subic.
With the 5 to do it.
Arjan, oh, you're talking 15 FPS fewer. That would make sense, to be honest. That's probably about right. Andy J, good evening, sir. How you doing? Thanks for being on board tonight. How am I finding Sim Update 12? I found it absolutely fine, yeah. After downloading an updated version of FSUI PC7, because I know that was causing quite a bit of issues for quite a few people. So, but yeah, other than that, it's pretty good, pretty straightforward from what I can see.
Easy632, can I request you go downstairs to get a drink, please?
Say again?
Easy63 Mike, can I request you the cockpit for 2 minutes just to get a drink?
Yeah, AFM.
Very much for Easy632 Mike. 63 Mike, we will report when back.
Yeah, can I go downstairs? The problem is, it's a long way down.
So the 1312, contact arrival 126.425.
Arrival 126.425, Lufthansa, warte bitte, ciao.
Hey Brendan, you love the cabin views, if that matters, so the Phoenix, because it's not modelled in the fly-by-wire. The fly-by-wire does have certain portholes though, doesn't it? So, you know, you can get these kind of views in the fly-by-wire as well. Just what you're on. Hey Arjon, thanks for subbing, mate. I appreciate that. Andy J, I hope there's a Rex Weather Force update. How many people are still using Rex Weather Force? Because I've not had any issues with the, you know, the default weather system for a long time now. Go look. Good evening, sir. Thanks for being on board. Sea Denton absolutely made air traffic control aware. That's the main thing. There was times when, if I used to do that years ago and I was on VATSIM, I wouldn't request, I'd just turn the speakers up full for the PC. So if I nipped down into the kitchen and I heard my call sign, I could shoot back upstairs quickly. Jason, when trying to use the custom cameras, remember it is Shift Alt, I think. Is it Shift Alt or Control Alt? I can't remember now. I think it... No, honestly, I can't remember. It's either Control Alt or Shift Alt, not just Alt.
Easyjet, and EC63 Mike is back in cockpit. Thank you very much.
EC63 Mike, hello again. Can you descend again, 360?
Arjun, you didn't realise you weren't subs, but we helped you get into Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much for officially becoming a subscriber of the channel, John. Right, 900 feet to go. Then we'll do the top of climb checks, get the weathers, check the fuel.
Yeah, no problem.
Make sure everything's working properly. We'll see what's happening in Copenhagen. And Jordan has just become a channel member as well. Jordan, welcome, sir. Welcome to the First Officers Club, Jordan. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your support of the channel. And if you are on Discord, Jordan, make sure you get yourself into the members lounge. But cheers, Jordan. Welcome on board, mate. I hope to see you on many more flights to come. Right, we're nearly at the top of climb. It's a steady climb up there today. Fuel check incoming. Denton, you couldn't really turn the volume up with the kids though. Well, that's true. Mind you, when I first started on VATSIM, I didn't have kids. Time was much easier. Right, Mac Alt Star and Alt Cruise. That's what I was waiting for. So, we'll pop that in. Go to the performance page, put the cost index back to 4, and let's have a look through the SD pages, make sure we're not leaking fuel or anything daft like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, just to let you know that we've reached our cruising altitude for today, and we are not anticipating any major delays or bad weather ahead, so we should be arriving on time as planned. The cabin crew will now start to make their way around the aircraft, so please make sure that the aisles are clear of any items you may have.
1800. 4142, 6 tons. Perfect.
Easy63 Mike, contact radar 124175.
Get that in our standby because that'll be our frequency, I think, in a little bit as well.
Easy63 Mike, contact radar 124.175.
At 124.175 for EC63 Mike.
Right, so let's have a look now. We're just passing a beam. A beam Idoba. So let's have a look.
Boeing 3055, hello, identified. Climb flight level 220.
So we'll find Idoba. There it is. So we should have had about 3.6 tons of fuel. We've got 0.6 tons of fuel extra, so that'll be 4.2 tons of fuel. And what have we got? Quick look, we've got 4.1. So yeah, that's pretty much spot on. We have just passed it over, so that's fine. Fuel check is fuel check's all good. Right, let's get some en route weathers then. See what's occurring. What have we got? Let's see. So let's have a look. Where are we? Where are we? So we're just passing Berlin. We've got Hamburg as well. So we'll see what's happening weather-wise in Berlin beneath us. I imagine Berlin's very busy tonight. They have their VATSIM event this evening. Have a look at Hamburg as well, which is just off to our left. And of course, let's check out Copenhagen. So Berlin.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, contact radar 124.175. Goodbye.
124.175 Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Good night. Radar, good evening, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike with you, flight level 380 and direct Monac.
Easy, Gretchen Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, bring the header identified.
Cool, so we've got, oh, lost my mouse cursor for a moment there. Yeah, so Berlin beneath us, 4 degrees cold, light winds, good visibility. Hamburg is pretty much the same, a bit warmer. 1907, Cav OK. Let's see what's happening then in Copenhagen. This is the important one. So winds 210 at 5. Visibility is 10 kilometers or more. Fuel clouds 4,100. Overcast 5.5. 4 degrees. QNH 1020. No significant changes. Right, well, let's go through and check out then. Let's get rid of the table. Let's go and see. Check the arrival routes all incorrectly. So, I'm expecting Monac 3 Charlie. Let's find that. So we're direct to the start. That's a brilliant little shortcut. So, Monac CDA, Nexo. Then we've got 643, 636, 30, 25 and Adobe. 30, 25 and Adobe. Then we've got the manual leg, that's fine. So we've got all the centre fixers. Let's just pop in a speed of 180 knots there, just so the aircraft can base its descent, and that all based on that. Let's have a look at the RadNav page. So Copenhagen's VOR. Can't remember what that's called. Castrup, isn't it? Kilo Alpha Sierra. Pop that in. CDA is auto-tuned, that's fine. We'll fill in the weather information. So QNH was 1020. Temperature was 4 degrees. The wind 210 at 5. Transition altitude is 5,000 feet, and the Barrow for the Cat 1 approach, because it's Cav OK, so 208. Decent long runway as well in Copenhagen, and they don't like noise, so that's another reason to go for a config 3 landing today. There we go. That's it, box all set. So we've got a VAP of 8, looking to land 3 tons of fuel.
Lufthansa 61, Copenhagen, just
Copy active.
Telecom 122.8, goodbye.
That's all done.
Unicom 122.8, Lufthansa 61.
Right, boxes set up for the approach. Let's do the briefing. We are start with the weather. I want brief as always. So weather to be aware of. Nothing really. We've got very light winds, 210 at 5, which is pretty much on the nose anyway. So no excuse for a bad landing tonight. Yeah, winds nice and calm. We've got overcast and scatter clouds up to about 4,500 feet, 5,000 feet. So once we drop below that, we should have good visibility all the way in. Aircraft is still fully serviceable, nothing's broken that we need, no note times for the arrival either. Threats to be aware of, nothing too much to be honest. The only thing you might get is just be aware they like the vectors here in Copenhagen. They also like a nice short final sometimes as well. So if ATC are online, they're going to give us that. Then just be aware. We probably want to get down beneath the profile as we start to descend, just in case they cut the track mileage off, so we don't end up high. Which obviously we don't want to be we don't want to be high and fast and scrambling to get down. So I'm quite happy to be below the profile all the way down on our arrival into Copenhagen today. That's probably the biggest threat. The yeah, that's pretty much it. There's no terrain or anything daft like that around it. Usually one of the big threats in Copenhagen is the weather, but even that's quite nice for us today. So we are expecting runway 22 left, which is the main landing runway usually at Copenhagen, unless winds dictate otherwise. But yeah, 22 left, and on the Monarch 3 Charlie arrival, that's what we've got in the box. And the way we'll basically configure that, obviously, is to hit all the constraints, things like that. Once we sort of get beam the airport, we'll look to start slowing down to green dot. Once we get the base turn, flaps 1, then flaps 2 with the glide slope once we're on the localizer. So that's how I plan to configure. Normal ILS approach, 3-degree glide slope. Quick look at the runway, make sure there's nothing daft that I've forgotten. No, 45 meters, 3-degree pappies, that's all well and good, everything's normal there. We will use auto brake low for the landing, and with regards to vacating then, we will come off most likely taking Bravo 4 or Bravo 3, and then I expect the taxiing to be down Bravo, cross runway 30, and then from there it will probably be Bravo, Romeo, Whiskey, and our parking stand will be one of the Foxtrot stands, 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, etc. So that's where I expect to go. If we need to go around for whatever reason, the go around is to climb out 500 feet or 1 mile ILS DLE, whichever is later, and the left turn. So we're going to track 187, climbing to 3,000 feet. Something else that I can put on the fixers page just to help us with a visual and a vectored approach in. If we go onto our fixers page, pop in EKCH runway 22 left, which is where we're going to be landing, and we pop in 9 mile radius ring there. That's 3,000 feet, which is the same our platform altitude. So now if we just have a quick look down here, yeah, that's what I wanted to show you. So if we are still on the full start, then once we're a beam, then at this point as we come in and around, if we hit 3,000 feet here, we'll be nicely on the glide slope. Right, that's it, all done. And I think we're still under ATC control, but it's gone very, very quiet, hasn't it?
Terminal going Times 1, now me from making 525, just be 300
I just think air traffic control in Copenhagen may have gone offline. Oh, actually, tower's still online.
Uniform, green point, ready contact, after battery, direct Ockbert.
After battery, direct Ockbert, 1 now me.
Hey Chris Shaw, how you doing, sir? Hope you're well.
just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated.
Egypt 738, descent flight level 200.
And just ask us as we join you.
Descent level 200, Egypt 738.
Bremen, schönen guten Abend, hier übrigens 249er, Flight Level 270 for Flight Level 250.
Eurowings 249, Bremen Moin, radar contact, direct Ockburn.
Direct to Ockburn, Eurowings 249er.
Easy 63 Mike, descent flight level 290.
Descent for level 290 for Easy 63 Mike.
Eurowings 1 November uniform, descent flight level 120.
Descent flight 120, is on runway 4.
Bremen Radar, Lufthansa Cargo A320, Moin, 430 inbound Charlie Delta Alpha.
Lufthansa Cargo 8320, Bremen Moin, radar contact, direct gate up.
Direct gate up, Lufthansa Cargo A320.
Eurowings 249er, request on speed.
Eurowings 249er, say again please.
Is on speed available?
Negative speed 280 knots or less.
280 knots or less, Eurowings.
Egypt 738, Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
Unicom Egypt 738, thank you, good night, bye-bye.
Easy 60 Mike, descent flight level 200.
Descent to 200 for Easy 63 Mike.
Radar, good evening, Lufthansa level 370 inbound Charlie Delta Alpha. Lufthansa 2 November Tango, Bremen Moin, radar contact, direct zonal and report Mach number. Direct zonal and Mach 475. 2 November Tango for sequencing, Mach decimal 73 or less. Mach decimal 73 or less, Lufthansa 2 November Tango. Lufthansa Cargo 8320, report Mach number.
Lufthansa Cargo A320, Mach decimal 84.
Lufthansa Cargo 8320, roger. Are you able for 86?
8320, yes, decimal 86 possible.
Yeah, roger, then Mach 86 or greater for sequencing.
86 or greater for sequencing, Lufthansa Cargo A320.
Alpha and 34 Alpha Mike, descent flight level 290. Eurowings 249er, descent flight level 120.
120, Eurowings 249er.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Eurowings 1 November uniform, direct Delta Bravo 433.
Delta Bravo 433, 1 on me.
Start preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear and the cabin crew are able to make their way around the aircraft without any luggage in the aisles, that would be most appreciated. A reminder for our Easyjet pilot members that free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until the seatbelt signs are turned on. Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
So it's a shame. So I think that the Copenhagen controllers have now gone offline.
Eurowings 249er, direct Delta Bravo 433.
Delta Bravo 433, Eurowings 249er.
Fireball, how do you use the Airbus auto descent feature? So Airbus does not have a auto descent feature. They're unlike Boeing. I know that Boeing can automatically descend at the top of its top of descent, can't it? Sounds like a dangerous feature to me. But the Airbus doesn't have that. You have to dictate. You have to dictate the when to start the descent in the Airbus.
19625. Cheers.
Say again, please, 194.
Wings 1 November uniform, contact Berlin arrival 119 at decimal 625.
119.65, thank you very much, 194.
So we're nicely below the profile here, so I'll just pop that into descent mode now. So Mach descent.
Bremen Nordic 3885 with your flight level 36. Nordic 3585, frame red hello identified, direct Monarch.
I will keep the speed up as well, so go Mach 78. So about 270 knots on conversion. Santiago, thank you for the sub as well on Facebook. Hope you're well.
Descent flight level 330, Lufthansa Cargo A320.
Pete Gaming, how come when you press to descend in the A320 it descends at about 2,000, 4,000 feet per minute? It depends. If you're high on the profile, the aircraft will descend that fast to try and catch up. To be fair though, the Airbus can get down at about 6,000 feet per minute before passengers start to really think, oh, we're going down. So 2,000, 4,000 feet per minute, don't worry about that too much.
11965. Cheers.
11965, schönen Abend, tschüss.
William, it's not called VNAV in the Airbus. God, no, don't swear at me, William. VNAV is Boeing. VNAV is a Boeing term. In the Airbus, it's just managed descent. Because you have three ways to control your...
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, descent level 200.
Descent flight level 200, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. 1 minute, we'll talk about this. So, 200 blue and still in descent mode, that's fine. So, yeah, there's three ways to descend in the Airbus. Open descent, whereby your aircraft descends at the rate depending on what speed you have told the aircraft to descend at. So in open descent, if you want a fast speed, then the aircraft will hold this speed and just raise or lower the pitch of the aircraft to meet this target, this speed that you've set, and that obviously then dictates how fast you're descending. Managed descent, it will try and maintain the profile, so keep the green dot, the green yo-yo as it's called, in the center. So at the moment we're below the profile, but that's fine, that's what we briefed. So yeah, so managed descent wants to keep this. If you're below the profile and in descent, as we are right now, it will descend all the way at 1,000 feet per minute until it levels off and meets that descent profile. The descent profile looks like we're going to meet it just there in about 40 miles at our current rate. And of course the other way to descend is using the VS, where you actually set the VS mode, the vertical speed. Yeah, William, yeah, I have a similar phrase. If it's Boeing, I'm not going.
Lufthansa 2 November Tango descent flight level 29.
So yeah, there's the three ways you can descend, and of course climbing's true as well. Managed climb, which is just climb mode. Open climb, where it will climb based on the speed you've got set, and VS mode. But don't climb in VS mode. That's dangerous. Don't climb in VS mode.
Yankee flight level 280, descending flight level 250, inbound Bartel.
Speedbird 24 Kilo Yankee frame, hello, radar contact. And you may check your transponder, you're constantly squawking ident.
Froggy54, I'll have to check that out. The problem is with messages on Discord now is they don't always come through unless it's someone that you know. So you have to go through and accept messages, and I'm so bad at remembering to do that. And the J15 to Airbus Cockpit is so much cleaner than a Boeing, I agree.
Easy63, my unicorn 122 decimal same up below the ECC. Have a good day. Good evening.
You too. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, Unicom 122 decimal 8, bye-bye.
Thanks for the service, have a good night, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, bye-bye.
Ship 24 Kilo Yankee, direction
Well,
Oxford,
now-
and flight level 120.
We are on our own.
Direct Oxford and descent flight level 1.
So, it's just you, me, and the Airbus. Hope you've enjoyed the flight so far, guys. Anyway, this Tuesday evening, if you have, please do me a huge favour, just hit that like button on the stream. We will be starting to get ready to land pretty soon. Oh, Dark Fury, how can I make you more of a fan of the Airbus than the Boeing? You have only one fault in life, Dark. And that's your love for that 1960s aircraft.
Easy 63 Mike is descending to flight level 9,000 feet by Charlie Hotel 643.
Headlines, any tips when GSX doesn't start? Yeah, on your desktop you might have to just manually start it, that Coatal engine or whatever they call it. Andy, what would happen on VATSIM office range must walk to 750? You'd get banned. I don't think they allow that. Oh, Legend Dark Fury, we'll have to go back to Vagar. I've told you, I'm not doing Vagar until version 2 of the Phoenix comes out. It's a lot more stable. I can decrab the aircraft without flipping its wings. Now, did I say that the tower frequency is still online? Yeah, 1181, so I'm going to just pop that into the standby. We've briefed our approach, we know what we're doing, that's fine. It is 12285.
Right. Wind 210 degrees, 5 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Temperature 4, dew point -1. QNH 1020. At first contact with apron control, advise if unable to perform customized pushback. This was Copenhagen departure information Tango.
Didn't want departure information, I wanted arrival information. Let's try again.
Information Tango. This is Copenhagen arrival information Tango. 1950. Expect IELS approach. Runway in use for landing 22 left. Expect Charlie stars. Visual approach on request. Transition level. Flight level 60. Wind 210 degrees, 5 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Temperature 4, dew point -1. QNH 1020. New stars in effect with ERIC 2211. Make sure you have updated your database. If using ERIC 2210 or earlier, advise controller at first contact when landed. Vacate right, continue taxi via Bravo, hold short runway 12. At first contact with approach, state aircraft type. This was Copenhagen arrival information
Okay. So he wants us on to Bravo, and then we hold short at runway 30, which is fine. That's what we'd briefed. Good stuff. William, you bought FSI panel and you think it's great. I think it's probably one of the best pieces of software and add-ons I've got for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hey, Avgeek Ethan, when requesting boarding on GSX to travel with the boulder bags, it sounds just to drive away. Any reason why? So GSX bases how many bags and passengers it's going to load on what SimBrief profile you've got and what weight of the aircraft you've got set up. So you need to make sure you've got some weight into your aircraft, so you get the visual representation from GSX. I think that's how it works. Jordan, does the fly-by-wire not report the descent icon on the nav display, or is it you doing something wrong? So only the experimental version does. Yeah, so look now, you can see we're about to meet the profile. That's what this little zagged line means. So we're about to meet the profile here. It'll come down, and then we'll continue to descend on profile with this while ever I'm in descent mode. I'm just going to wind the speed back now, actually, because descending around 270 knots is probably, well, it is much better. And we've got speed constraint in 30 miles coming up for 250 knots anyway, so we'll respect all of those. Hey Jack says, just liked and subbed. Your vids are great for when I'm on long flights. Don't think I'll like it, the 747. Yeah, well, do you know what? I don't mind long flights, Jack. In fact, I quite like them, particularly when I've got you guys to keep me company. But sadly, I just don't have time to do them. That's the problem. Tony, have I tried FS2 Crew for the Phoenix? Not for the Phoenix. Or have I for the Phoenix? I just can't remember. There's a review on the channel about FS2 Crew. I really liked it. The only problem was there was just a few little differences with the SOPs that I was familiar with and stuff like that. Plus, I just like to keep the amount of external programs I'm running down to a minimum while ever I'm streaming, because obviously I want my CPU power to be focused on focused on streaming on the flight sims, so I try to keep external programs to a minimum if at all possible. AL Chocolate, do you know what? I was wondering who was going to be the first person to say this coming back into Copenhagen. Don't go down the wrong taxiway. We shouldn't do. I mean, we're landing, we're not departing. But yeah, I'll do my best, Chocolate. Can't promise. Right, descending nicely on profile now, and we are going to continue our descent. We'll continue our descent all the way down now to 8,000. So flight level 80 blue. Young Boo on Twitch, good evening, sir. How you doing? So the platform altitude for this was, what was it? It's 3,000 feet. So we'll go up in descent shortly, just to drop underneath. Korea, the radar doesn't match for landing at Copenhagen. What do you mean, Korea? I don't quite understand that.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Okay, so a couple of thousand feet, then we'll get the passengers in their seats. AVGeek, where did they get the announcement from? I can't remember where it came from, but I use self-loading cargo for all the passenger announcements. Hey Zara, you're back now, ran into a problem but all sorted. Oh, good to hear. You come back for the best bit anyway. Shame air traffic control did have to go offline. I think tower is still... Are they still there? Let's have a look. Yeah, tower's still holding on, bless them. Great. Right, time to get everyone strapped in. That's it. If you needed the toilet, tough.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seat and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided.
And we'll push for managed speed, thrust idle.
Will now go out of use until the fasten seatbelt sign is turned on. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Moz, so the cabin announcements come from an app called Self-Loading Cargo. If you want to, you can just Google that and check that out. Now, well, we can see the clouds below. As they said, they were up to about, what was it, about 5,000 feet, so that makes sense. Looks good. We can see the city of Copenhagen anyway. Look, you can see all reflecting off the street lights, which is, yeah, it's always nice. Romantic mood lighting set. Hey William, is it 9:30 in the UK now? It is indeed, Squire. Yes, we're now an hour ahead. We're on British summertime. Right, we're a bit high on the profile at the minute. So, let's pop into open climb. Sorry, open descent. Throw some speed brakes out, which help us get down a little bit. Going up 10,000 feet, we've got our lights on. We're about to hit the cloud layer, so a quick check of the temperatures. It's within the icing range, so we'll pop the icing anti-ice on. Yeah, this is it. Fun bit's about to begin.
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for landing.
Okay, so set that 3,000 feet, and we'll want the local QNH 1020, so open descent 3,000 blue, and let's do the approach checklist. So the Power F QNH 1020 set, seatbelt signs are on, minimums 208 set, auto brake low, and the EFB is stowed. It's cloudy. Hey Moz, and Suten, thank you for following.
And this is EC632 showing speed down now to 230 knots, and on the slowing down to 240 knots by Charlie Hotel 625 waypoint. Speed going down to 240 knots for EC63 Mike.
So that's the aircraft in front of us. He's 10 miles ahead, so that's alright. Spacing's good.
Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table
and EC63 Mike is descending down to 4,000 feet.
With your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers or magazines that you do not want to take with you. The toilets are no longer in service.
So VS 800 now, and we can see using the little level off arrow. That's where we'll get down to about 3,000 feet, which is fine because I am going to have to slow us down as well in a moment. So we're going to activate the approach phase. That's done. Let's pull speed 250 knots. I don't want to slow down to green dot just yet. And Oscar X-Ray Sierra is identified. In fact, there's the airport. You can just see it there.
EC632 no, EC63 Mike is descending to speed 220 knots.
There we go. Give it a wave. Could just break off now and land here. We might be a bit high for that. So that aircraft in front is just here. Should be making his base turn any moment now, I'm reckoning. So we'll now push for managed speed. As we said, once we've got to beam the airport, we'd start to slow her down. So there we go. Speed's starting to drop off. We're in managed speed. LCFC, I'm not quite sure how you'd update the time. I mean, you can just set the time on the panel up here, can't you? Is it the weather one? Yeah, and just go for real time. It obviously just takes it off your simulator, off your PC time. So there we go. He's just gone base turn. It's fine. Once he's gone past us, then we can make our base turn. Matters 1832, thank you for the follow. And so to you as well, silent streamer.
And EG63 Mike is now on base turn for ILS 2722 left. And on a 12.8 mile final for ILS 22 left, and I will report when I'm fully established.
We'll just be able to watch him get established, I think.
And EC63 Mike is slowing down to 170 knots, 170 knots.
So we can see him there, so 170 knots he's slowing down to, a little bit slow, so we might just have to slow down a little sooner than normal. Normally I'd hold around 180 until about 6 mile final. We don't want to crash into the back of him. Right, glide slope's coming up to meters, that's fine, there he goes. We'll make the base turn in a minute, and then we shall we'll configure and get ourselves on the ILS. So 22 left, let's go direct, CL 22 left, get that in there. So flaps 1, speed's checked, flaps 1, reduce speed 180 knots, and go
and
direct.
EG63 Mike is fully established for ILS 22 left on a 9.3 mile final for Copenhagen traffic for EG63 Mike.
Alt start, and reduce the speed 180 knots. On the approach, glide slope lock blue, cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2.
And EG63 Mike, you're contacting tower 118.1 for Copenhagen traffic.
Young Moo, when do you use flaps 3? So usually when you've got a nice long runway, whenever the landing calculations will allow you to do it. We're not very heavy tonight, and we've got a nice long runway in Copenhagen, so yeah, makes perfect sense. Flaps 3 uses less fuel, and it's also quieter, so more environmentally friendly all around. Right, let's hop over to tower frequency now. Was it 1181? At least we've got ATC to end with. we go. Hey Anthony, how you doing, mate? You didn't have flying time to fly today. That's a sad day, Anthony. Right, we should get a full house here. Glide slope start, lock stars. We're coming in right. We're at 3,000 feet. We're going to intercept that right on the 9-mile final mark, so it should be good. Our John, isn't flaps 3 standard? No, well, if there is a standard, flaps full is probably more common than flaps 3. It all depends. Pilots have different preferences as well, remember. That wind's going to back and slack as we get on the ILS. Should be any moment now. There we go. There's lock start. That's what I wanted. And flaps 2. Speed's checked. Flaps 2. Copenhagen Tower, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, established runway 22 left, 9 miles.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, Castle target evening, continue approach number 2, winds 190 at 7 knots.
Continue approach number 2, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Right, let's start slowing down because we've got one in front of us.
You're welcome.
So, manage the speed.
2,500.
Radio altimeter's alive. Snazzy, do I notice a bad performance with the Berlin scenery? I think it's just FPF heavy because there's lots of detail on it. Right, gear down, spoilers. Cabin crew, sit down.
Cabin crew, seats fine.
Just a reminder, if we need to go around, it's straight out to 500 feet or 1 mile DME, ILS DME, and then we're tracking 187. In fact, we've got that nav track shown there as well, so it is there if needed. And flaps 3, speed's checked. Flaps 3 and landing checklist. So cabin secured, go around altitude is 3,000 feet. Set eco memo landing, no blue. Wind 22921 is reported at 210 at 5, so that will drop off presumably. Let's watch that in a moment. Snazzy, yeah, definitely flyable with the specs I've got. Where's that other aircraft? I need him off the runway. Profile's good anyway, 2 whites, 2 reds. Wind's right on the nose.
$1,000.
1,000 feet, autopilot R5 control. So always be prepared for the go around. Toga, go around flaps, pitch up, FMAs. Positive rate, and then get the gear up. Thrust reduction will be about 1,000 feet.
Free Mike is vacated.
Oh, good news. I still need a landing clearance from ATC though.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, runway 22 left, clear to land, winds 190 at 7 knots.
Clear to land, 22 left, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
500.
There we go. Come on, get down. I love this scenery from Flight Tampa.
Minimum.
Continue.
Castle Tower, good evening, Lufthansa 832, ILS 22 left.
Lufthansa 832, Castle Tower, good evening. Continue approach, number 1, winds 190 at 7 knots.
Lufthansa 832, continue 22 left.
Whoa, tug driver. Anybody else see the suicidal tug driver just then? Playing chicken with a 60-ton aircraft, don't do it. Spoilers deployed, reverse green. And decel. Manual brakes, reverses off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access.
Lufthansa 832, runway 22 left, clear to land.
Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area.
Where's the company traffic going?
Crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or Easyjet app.
Oh, must be giving way. Or not. Tony, that's why you have the airport traffic set to 0. Well, I'm going to check out the replay in a minute, but I don't think the tug driver's going to be there. If you are on your way, guys, please do hit that like button as you leave.
EC6 3 Mike, taxi stand for
huge thank you to everyone who has enjoyed the stream this evening.
It's the EC6 3 Mike, can you...
EC6 3 Mike, taxi stand Foxtrot 8 via Bravo, Romeo and Whiskey, cross runway 12.
Cross runway 12 and Foxtrot with Foxtrot, Bravo, Romeo, Whiskey and cross runway 12.
It's not long taxiing.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, welcome to Copenhagen. Taxi stand Foxtrot 1 via Bravo, Romeo and Whiskey, cross runway 12.
Stand Foxtrot 1 via Bravo, Romeo Whiskey and cross runway 30. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Airline 459, Deep Bravo, 17, information Tango, request push onto Yankee.
What was that touchdown rate anyway? Was it any good?
Startup connect 1020, face east on Yankee.
Facing east, pushing start approved, Airline 459.
Quick confirmation of that taxi routing then. So what did we say? We're going on Bravo, that's what we needed. Foxtrot 1, Bravo, Romeo, Whiskey. So straight across, second right. Okay. We'll check out that replay shortly. That's a straightforward taxi, not even I can get lost at this one. Pete Gaming said the tug driver wanted to fly away. Yeah, my jet blast will have made sure of that. Right, it's been 3 minutes, so shutting down engine 2. Get the hydraulic pump on. Monty Van Dam and Arjan 168. Ah, beautiful. We've had a few nice landings recently. Famous last words. Cedrion, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Good to have you on board. Hope you had a nice flight with us. We're clear to cross runway 12. Andrew Wilson, good evening, mate. Thank you.
Lufthansa 832, welcome to Copenhagen. Taxi to stand Alpha 17 via Bravo, Charlie, runway 30, Kilo 3, Lima and Yankee.
I have just popped the strobes on as we cross the runway. It's not in use.
17 via Bravo, Charlie, runway 30. Can you say the rest again?
Regis, what's for dinner tonight? Oh, I had pizza.
Lima and Yankee.
I had an easy night. Hey Nabil, this add-on is Flight Tampa's Copenhagen Airport. It's amazing. Frog 554, what's the worst landing I've ever had? Oh, just go through and check. Some of them have been appalling. Safe, but appalling. Well, apart from Vega. Vega was a complete cluster. If I'd been in my Easyjet aircraft, I'd have gone around and not landed on that one. Yeah, Andy, yeah, quite right. Sometimes you just can't be bothered to cook.
Airline 459, taxi to holding point runway 22 right via Alpha, cross runway 12.
Regis, yeah, I do prefer airports where you can remove the statics. You probably can with this, I just haven't figured out how yet. Bounty, how do you get a flight number on VATSIM? You pick your own, my friend. So we're at Foxtrot 1. I should probably have told GSX that's where we were going, shouldn't I? Right, here's our spot. So right on whiskey. Marty, have they updated the scene and removed them? I've clearly not just downloaded the update yet. That's all. Marty,
332, give way to the Fairline crossing.
If I
Also giving way to the 320 crossing, Lufthansa 832.
Regis, if I could update something for my PC, what would it be? That's a good question, actually. I'm not entirely sure. Everyone wants a bigger, better graphics card, right?
Nordic 3585, Castle Tower, good evening. Continue approach number 1, winds 190 at 7 knots.
Right, here he is. Why is he stood behind the sign? Chicken.
Castro Tower, Scandinavian 78 Charlie, 15 miles or 14 mile final, 22 left.
Scandinavian 78 Charlie, Castle Tower, good evening. Continue approach number 2, winds 190 at 7 knots.
There we go. Job done. Jordan at least is not stood on the building. Well, you know, yeah, there's in the building, and sometimes there's also on the building, which I have seen before. Not very realistic. The guy stood on top of the just waving his batons at you. Right, let me just leave everything on and up and running because I'm going to check out the replay in a moment. But before we do that, of course, I need to come off of VATSIM. So huge thanks to anyone that flew alongside us today. Hope that was fun for you. So that's it, we're off VATSIM. Let's get rid of self-loading cargo as well. Engine, well, at least we've still got one engine running. So let me get everything set up, and we'll have the replay show and see what that looked like from the passenger perspective. Always looks good. I like the arrival into Copenhagen. always good fun. It's going to tell me to land ASAP because I've only got one engine running, but that's okay. We only need one engine. There we are. Oh, what a beautiful flight. Lots of VATSIM ATC, which always adds to the immersion, doesn't it? And you want to see the view from the left window. I'll show both. How's that? Just to make it fair. Mikey, how can you get the landing rate on the screen? So that was just a streaming overlay that showed that. Hardly a wave in the ocean beneath us, so confirmation of those light winds. There really wasn't any excuse for a bad landing tonight, was there? Actually looked like quite a bumpy touchdown. It didn't feel that bad when we touched down on stream. Look at that green glow from the navigation lights. Beautiful. Alright, who wanted the left-hand view? Go on then, let's have a quick left-hand view. Check that out. Did you just want to see the Did you just want to see the bridge in the distance? Or did you want to see if the tow truck was going to kamikaze his way onto the runway again? I don't think it's going to do it twice. Luke, what Prague scenery did we use? It was the Orbeck scenery, I think, for Prague this evening. Yeah, that truck driver's toast. He wasn't going to do that again. He's probably in a meeting with tea and no biscuits. Tony, is the Google Maps mod any good? I've no idea, I'm afraid, Tony. I've never used it, so I'm unable to say. The Google Maps mod, I'll be honest, it scares the heck out of me, just the Google Maps mod. It just sounds like something that is asking for trouble. Right, guys, thank you so much for watching tonight. I really hope you have enjoyed our live stream. Huge shout out to those of you who have donated and contributed towards the channel's upkeep this evening. Thank you for being there, and I hope to see you on the next one. I'm going to leave you with this final replay as we come in from the cockpit view. But yeah, great stream, lots of VATSIM ATC, and great company as always. Thank you so much, guys. I look forward to seeing you on our next live stream, whenever that will be, and I'll speak to you on our Discord, I'm certain. Thanks very much, guys. See you all again very soon. Good night.
Retard. 5,